My alarm, you guys, like, it's one of those days. Hey guys, all right, so I'm back. The weather is giving me a little bit of agita today, so it might get cloudy, it might not. I feel like there's enough light to talk about some of the products that I've got to talk about today, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay, so I've got a couple of products from the Shop MissA website. So I've got a couple of concealers. This is the Locked Creamy Concealer. I've got a couple shades of that. It's just a liquid concealer. And then I've got these. These are the Paw Contour Sticks from AOA Studio. What? Almost lost them. All right, so, and I've got one in the shade Nude, which is decidedly more cool toned, and then Fawn, which is decidedly more warm toned. Okay, so those are those. And then I also have this. This is the Tinted Brow Fix Gel. So in the shade Ebony, so the darkest one, I assume. Then I also have these that I have done a tiny bit of a video on. These are the AOA Studio Shade Adjusting Drops. I've got it in the black, I believe, white, obviously, and then, I don't know, orange maybe. They don't say on the bottles, and they might have said on the plastic wrap that was wrapped around them what they were, but obviously this one's white, we know that. I believe this one's black. I don't think it's blue, although it's going to perform, yeah, it's black, so it's going to perform probably about the same function as a blue might. And then the orange, which is going to warm up a foundation chat. But I thought today that maybe we would do, like, mix these together to try and find like a foundation shade and just see how that works. Then we'll do the concealer and then the contour stick and the brow gel, and we'll just see what happens. Like, I just thought we would see what happens. I also have got these that I might use today as well. These are the I Love Dew blush drops. Okay, again, filmed a video on them. My life, you guys. Okay, so I do have moisturizer on, so let me see if I can mix together a concoction from these drops, and then I will come back with it all mixed up and then tell you all about it. Okay, so no, that would not work. I tried to mix the two together. I don't know if you can see a little bit of remnant on my hand, but look, check this out. Like, my finger is stained from the orange drop mixer. So I did try to add the black to something the other day just to sort of see. Like, I don't really need any of my stuff to be really much darker. It's all in about the right shade, but I added the black, and really it just, if you have cool skin, it might work for you, but I think for anybody who has not cool skin, like, you would just need a tiny dab if you're going to use it to darken anything. You can use it for other stuff, obviously, but if you're trying to darken foundations or whatever, then it made it too gray and cool toned for it to work for me. I just dropped everything. This one, the orange one, might work because it's darker and it's obviously it's orange, so it's going to be warmer. But you would just need like the tiniest little dot of this, which is, it's just weird because the white one is not as strong as either of the other two. So just keep that in mind if you're interested in looking for a shade adjusting mixer. All right, moving on. Okay, so since the foundation didn't really work out the way I was hoping, let's just try the concealers, and then I'll put on my foundation after or whatever. So we can get a look at the coverage. Now, I ordered these a while ago, like a long while ago, and just, you know, anyway, the point is that I've already tried them, and I feel like the one labeled LC2 is a decent shade because they both oxidized. I've got LC2 and then MN2, so medium neutral 2 and then like cool 2. But the medium neutral is going to be, and it ended up that they both ended up looking the same. The shade difference was just not very noticeable, and they both oxidized anyway, so I'm just going to show you, and you'll be able to kind of see. Very, very, very natural coverage. I like it as a spoiler, but like, it's just not a lot of coverage. But if you're looking for like natural makeup, I don't believe the universe wants me to film this video today. Everything has happened. But since I can't seem to learn my lesson, I'm doing it anyway. My alarm just went off. interrupting my thought in my video. All right, so you can see, like, I feel like the coverage is natural coverage. Like, it's covering, but very naturally. So it's got a bit of moisture to it. It's, you know, not too drying. It's not matte. Today, it's looking less glowy than it has in the past. I don't know why that would be, but I've had it for a little while, not a long, like not like a year or 6 months or anything like that, but like it's just weird to me that today it's looking less glowy. Usually it's like very dewy, like really, really dewy. Maybe it's because I tapped it a lot. I don't know. Anyway, so you're getting an idea of what it's looking like. It has been, I'm looking for a concealer. Here it is. It has been nice. I've been using it a lot because I've been wanting a bit more natural coverage. So I'm not like just bogged down with a ton of makeup for, running errands and stuff. So anyway, it's decent. If you're looking for something with very natural coverage, you might like this. Like, again, just depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for natural coverage, this is it. Now it's called the Locked Creamy Concealer. It's not budge proof or remarkably long lasting. To me, it's just your average everyday concealer for an inexpensive price, which everybody loves that, but it's nothing so out of the ordinary or revolutionary that I'm just like, yes, they finally did it. It's fine. And it's fine. And that's what I have for you today. It's not that it's terrible, but it's not that it's amazing either. It's fine. Moving on. Okay, so I put my foundation on, and what I actually did was I ended up mixing the AOA Pro Wear foundation. It says it's full coverage. I don't think it is full coverage, but it's good coverage and it looks pretty. But I mixed these two shades, the shade Buff and Porcelain. The shade Buff oxidized. The shade Porcelain did not, but it's way too fair, so I mixed them together. It seems fine. I've talked about this foundation in the past. You may look at my other reviews on that, and that's all I have to say about that. I don't know where my mind is. I just am not really doing a full face Friday or a full face one brand video today, but I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so next we're gonna go ahead and do the, shall we do the brows? Let's do the brows first. It's one of those days, y'all. Okay, so this is the Brow Fix Gel, Tinted Brow Fix Gel, okay? Just your very standard eyebrow gel. So it doesn't get scraped off enough, so there's just way too much product. And this shade is, and I have wiped it all off just to give it a chance to succeed, but look how dark. Like when they say ebony, they mean ebony. So I have dark brows, especially against my salt and pepper hair, but I always want something that's not too warm toned, and then it's got to be dark. I don't want it to be brown. I don't want people to see a brown liner in my eyebrows. That just bothers me. So we're gonna do this, and I've tried this already. It's dark, so I had to remove quite a bit of product so it wouldn't be too much product, too dark. So it's pretty dark, but you can work with it if you wipe off and just go a little bit at a time. And I'm actually like using the tip of the actual wand to sort of fill in as well. So, the thing of it is though, is that you do have to sort of build it up a little bit. Perfect. So that's not too much. I do not want my eyebrows to look too much. So this product I think is fine. I don't know how much I can recommend it because of the amount of effort that needs to be put into it. Not that it's a lot, but comparatively, a little bit of tissue fuzz there. I have pencils that I like better, and this doesn't hold my brows so much so that I'm like, it's worth the effort for me at this point. So it's okay. I don't think it's amazing. It's okay if you're looking for a brow gel. It's inexpensive if you're placing an order anyway. If you want to give it a try, sometimes when I remember, I use the e.l.f. Brow Lift, which is sort of a fixing wax. The one thing I don't like about a system such as this is that it remains sticky. and tacky, so if any dust flies in your direction, it's going to stick on your brow. So one of those things, take from it what you will. Moving on. All right, let's go ahead and try these. These are the contour sticks. One of them is warmer, one of them is cooler. I don't like either of them as far as shade goes. And I'm not a contouring girl in the first place. Because one is too cool, one's just too warm. It's a bummer. There I have other shades, but if I had gotten any other shades, they would be too dark. So, but I mean, that's just really, I don't know, like, it's just a lot. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use them both today because it doesn't matter, it all washes off. So, but this is just for you guys to see. I'm gonna go ahead and do the cool tone because you know all the rules there, and then I'm gonna put the warmer one like sort of up here. It's too warm, it's too, I don't know. I just don't like it. So should I do my nose with the warmer or the cooler? Let's just try it. I mean, it's not like I haven't looked like an idiot in the past. And it's also not as though I have hidden that very well, how much of an idiot I can look like. So let's just do it. So for any of you who are wondering, there's no way to make this gigantic nose look any smaller. Like, it's just gonna be huge no matter what I do. Okay, so one thing I will say is that they're both like not too highly pigmented, so it's difficult to actually make a mistake, but you can blend them away if you blend too much. But this does look very natural as far as like a contour. Like if you're trying to be like the most natural, sneaky makeup lady that just everyone looks at you and they're like, oh my goodness, she looks so amazing. You're like, ha ha, it's makeup, you know? But like, if that's what you're looking for, you may like this because it's just a hint. It's just a little hint, so nobody will know. But yeah, so they're fine if that's what you're looking for. And again, like it's too warm for me. I preferred the cool because I feel like it blended better. Oh, I'm gonna talk about this on another video, but y'all just stay tuned. Like my world has come shattering down on me. So anyway, yeah, I think they're okay if you're looking for a natural, something that you can't really make a mistake with. If you want to get into contouring, but you're just not sure, you just want to try it out, but don't want to have all these weird stripes and lines on your face. They blend nicely, and this foundation that I have is very sticky, so it wasn't sticking too much. They were blending fine over top of it. So that's all I got for that. Let's move on. Right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and use one of these blush drops. I have them in the shade, oh, do I not have the shade? Oh no. Oh, yep. The cool toned one, the pinky cool tone mauve one is called Dolly. The peachy one is called Cutie Pie. Now, since today I've got on a black and gray sweater, I'm gonna use the cool toned one, the mauve one. I love the shade. I'll just give you guys a swatch. They feel like they're liquid, but they almost feel sort of gel-like, and they're not too highly pigmented, but I feel like they do have a little bit of a staining aspect to them. And again, these are called the I Love Dew blush drops. Yeah. So obviously the peachy, the mauve one, there you go. I feel like you have to build them up to get a lot of color. They're very natural, except for like, you know, I feel like the brighter they are, the less you have to build up, but you still might have to a little bit. I used both of them when I first got them, but you see how like they're kind of staining? But I do feel like I had to build both of them up on the first try when I first tried them. But let's just get but now I'm looking at them and I feel like you wouldn't have to build the peachy one up too much. So what I do is put the drop on my hand and I load the brush. I don't put it on my skin. And then I like really sort of try and evenly distribute it through the bristles, and then I just tap it on. I don't have powder on today, but I used this on last Wednesday and over powder, and it was no big deal at all. This is the She Glam Liquid Blush Brush. It should, I'm not sure if it's still available on their website. You can kind of see though, like, I don't know, that might be from the contour. I can't tell. Or it might just be a vein in my face. Like, I don't know, y'all. Like, I feel like the edge of this is not blending as well as I would like. So I'm gonna grab my foundation brush and just sort of get the edge. It's really pretty, very natural looking. I feel like I could use a tiny bit more, but on my hand, like you can see, I don't know that it's like that remarkably glowy. It seems like it's as glowy as the foundation. I'm just gonna put a little tiny bit more just so the color will show through more. There we go. But I don't know, I feel like the blendability is sort of weird. And it could be user error. I personally don't like anything that makes me have to work that hard. Because I'm not a makeup artist and I'm not gonna spend an hour and a half blending out a blush when I could easily use a powder blush or a different blush and get the effect that I'm looking for. So take from this what you will. I think they're fine. I got a lot of liquid / cream blushes that I could talk to you guys about. I actually feel like I like this AOA Studio blush better, the Hush Cream Sheer Blush. It is a cream blush. I feel like it blends easier and just easier to work with in general, but maybe that's just because liquid blushes aren't my thing. I don't know. So let's move on. Last thing we're going to put on today is the AOA A+ I Love Dew Lip Oil. I have it in the shade Glow. Now I was hoping, and I know this looks peachy or like, I can't do it, warm toned or whatever, but it just comes off as clear, and I'll show you in just a second. But I was really hoping that this would replace my beloved Hard Candy Glosstopia lip gloss in the shade Prism Lit, because the shades seemed kind of similar at the time. I don't know, but it just comes off clear. So it did not do that. It's nice. I keep it by my bed because it's decent enough. It's not anything I'm dying over, but it's decent enough so you can never have too many lip hydrating products to make sure your lips aren't too dry. I have for today, and I don't know what to tell you. This was sort of an unexpected full face. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to thumbs up, like, subscribe, ding that bell, leave me some comments. Like, whew, crazy, chaotic, hectic day. Shouldn't have been this way. It should have been real easy and straightforward. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. From the blush. Bye.